Good morning. It's good to be with you again today. This morning I wanted to tell you a story just like we did yesterday. But this story is a little bit different. It comes from the Bible, and it starts with someone who said such amazing things and did such wonderful things that people began to follow him. And when they did, they asked him questions. And one of the questions they asked was, "Who are you?" And sometimes people liked his answers, and sometimes they didn't. And one day, someone decided to test him. And this tester stood up and he said, "Teacher, what is the best way? What is the most important commandment?" And Jesus said, "You already know that." And the tester said, Yes, I do. It is to love God and to love people as if they are your neighbors. To love God and to love your neighbor. And he thought about it a little bit more. And then he said, "But who is my neighbor?" And Jesus told this story. He said, a man was walking down from Jerusalem to the city of Jericho. And on the way, robbers set on him. And they beat him, and they took all of his belongings and all of his money, and they left him by the side of the road, half dead. And as the man lay there, a priest from the temple in Jerusalem came walking by. And the priest, who was a very important person, went over to the other side of the road and didn't even come near the man who was lying by the side of the road and kept on going. And then a Levite came. Now, Levites are helpers in the temple. And the Levite, just like the priest, went to the other side of the road and kept on going. And then a person from Samaria came down the road. Now, people from Samaria do not get along with people from Jerusalem. They do not like each other. But when he saw the man lying on the side of the road, this Samaritan stopped and he went to him and he bandaged his wounds and he helped him. He even put him on his own donkey and carried him to the nearest inn. And there he gave the innkeeper money and said, "Take care of him. And when I come back, if you've spent anything else, anything extra to take care of him, then tell me and I will pay you for that as well." And Jesus said to the man who had been asking him the questions, "Who was the neighbor?" To the man on the side of the road. And the man said, "The one who showed him mercy." And Jesus said, "Go and do the same." Now, I wonder who that is for you. Because this is a good story, and I really like it. But none of us have ever walked down from Jerusalem to Jericho. That's not something we do. So I wonder what it would be like in a different kind of setting. I wonder what it might be like, maybe in your school. I wonder what it would be like, maybe on the first day back, if something happened and you were embarrassed. Maybe you fell down, or maybe you dropped something. Maybe you dropped a lot of things. I wonder how you would feel if somebody you knew last year, if maybe this was the first day of school and somebody that you had known and liked last year, if they came while you were standing in the hallway and they walked right past you. How would that feel? And then I wonder what would happen if maybe a teacher who you liked came down the hallway and walked right on past you and didn't help. How would that feel? And then I wonder how it would feel if somebody that had maybe intimidated you, somebody who was older, maybe a middle schooler, maybe somebody older than you, came along and you were scared or even a little nervous because of them. And instead of making fun of you or just ignoring you, they stopped. And that person helped you pick up your books or whatever had spilled, or helped you get up, made sure you were okay. How would that feel to you? Thank you. Thank you for joining me for this story this morning. We're going to send you in just a minute to some small groups so you can keep talking with each other and think about what was your favorite part of this story. And maybe what was the most important part? Or where are you in this story? Are you the person by the side of the road? Are you someone who walked past and helped someone else? Are you someone who sometimes doesn't help someone else or forgot to help someone else? Or maybe you're all of them at different times. But we'll let you go and make those discussions now. Thank you for being part of this story this morning.